Most men treat attraction like a puzzle. They believe women respond to looks, charm, or the right combination of clever words. But this belief is a distraction, a trap that keeps men chasing superficial tactics instead of cultivating real depth. What women respond to is not external performance, but internal alignment. Not the loud, performative type of power, but the quiet, grounded strength that radiates from a man who knows who he is. You've seen this before. A man walks into a room, and without saying a word, people straighten up. His posture isn't forced, his gaze isn't searching, his movements aren't rushed. He is comfortable within himself. This is the kind of power women feel instantly, long before a man ever touches them or even acknowledges them. His energy communicates something deeply attractive. I could pursue you, but I don't need to. This subtle emotional independence lowers defenses. Instead of trying to win him, women find themselves wanting to understand him. Instead of testing him, they observe him. Their curiosity opens the doorway to desire. In this video, you will learn the 5 Machiavellian skills that make a woman feel drawn to you, not because you force attraction, but because your presence naturally pulls her in. Each principle builds on the next, forming a blueprint of internal strength, emotional clarity, and embodied confidence. By the end, you will understand how invisible attraction becomes visible, how connection becomes tension, and how presence becomes desire. -1. Master your inner drive. Desire is one of the strongest forces inside a man. It fuels ambition, movement, creativity, and passion. But desire is also unpredictable, and when uncontrolled, it destroys the man who carries it. Many men fall into the same trap. They let desire dominate them. They chase anything that gives them momentary pleasure. They crave validation. They move impulsively, acting before they think, reacting before they choose. Their energy becomes scattered and inconsistent. A man who is ruled by desire always looks unstable. Women feel this instability immediately. It appears in his eyes, his posture, his voice, his decisions. He wants too much too quickly. His energy is restless, unfocused, chaotic. A disciplined man is different. He doesn't suppress desire, he harnesses it. He takes the same fire that makes other men reckless and channels it into growth, skill, purpose, and direction. This creates a presence that people feel instantly. There is weight behind his gaze, intentionality behind his actions, and clarity behind his choices. Think of desire like fire. When uncontrolled, it burns everything. When directed, it becomes fuel for greatness, for discipline, for strength. Mastery is not about killing desire. It's about choosing when to act, how to act, and where to direct your energy. This self-governance makes a man feel calm, centered, and powerful. Women sense this immediately. A man who controls himself radiates purpose. His presence feels stable. His attention feels valuable. He becomes unforgettable not because he pursues, but because he stands firm. -2. Master your emotions. Most men believe attraction depends on charm, looks, or the right lines. But real attraction begins with one thing: emotional control. Women are biologically attuned to a man's emotional stability. They feel it before they understand it in his silence, his reactions, his breath, his timing. Emotional mastery does not mean suppressing feelings or pretending not to care. It means staying grounded regardless of circumstances. You can feel irritation, desire, excitement, pressure, but none of it pulls you out of your center. This stability is rare, and because it is rare, it is deeply attractive. Women subconsciously test this constantly. Not maliciously, instinctively. They pull back slightly, go quiet, challenge you, tease you, change the tone, or create a moment of uncertainty to see whether your internal world collapses. Most men react instantly. They over-explain, they chase, they panic, they try to fix something that isn't broken. But a man with emotional mastery does the opposite. He pauses, observes, breathes. He stays still within himself. This stillness pulls a woman closer. It reassures her. It communicates maturity, depth, and emotional safety. It shows her that your presence is stronger than your impulses. Imagine a moment where she withdraws her attention, looks at her phone, crosses her arms, shifts her energy. An insecure man fights for her focus. A grounded man remains calm. He gives the moment space, and ironically, that calmness draws her back faster than any speech ever could. He who conquers himself is greater than he who conquers cities. This is the heart of emotional power. Master your reactions, and you master the room. -3. Live with ruthless discipline. Real power is never spoken. It is shown through consistency. Women feel the difference between a man who talks about what he wants and a man who lives in alignment with his values. Discipline is not about rigid routines or perfection. It's about structure, direction, and integrity. A disciplined man lives by a code. He values his time. He respects his commitments. He keeps his promises to himself. His actions match his intentions. This creates a stability that others can sense. He moves with purpose, not confusion. He makes decisions based on long-term vision, not short-term mood. He shows up with reliability, which is the foundation of trust and respect. Most men rarely embody this. They drift without structure. They struggle with consistency. They live in emotional reactions rather than conscious choices. And because of this, their energy feels unpredictable. Women feel this instantly. But when a man is disciplined in his fitness, his work, his boundaries, his goals, he communicates something powerful without saying a word. My life is in order. My direction is clear. My energy is mine. This calm structure becomes magnetic. It removes doubt and replaces it with admiration. A man who governs his habits doesn't need to convince anyone of his value. His life demonstrates it. A prince must rule himself before ruling others. This is the essence of disciplined masculinity. When your life reflects discipline, you become a source of stability, and stability is deeply attractive. -4. Speak weighted and precise words. Words reveal more than meaning. They reveal confidence, intention, and internal clarity. Most men speak too quickly or too much because they fear silence. They use words to fill space instead of using them to create impact. This weakens their presence. A powerful man speaks differently. He chooses words deliberately. He speaks slowly with intention. He removes unnecessary explanations. He lets silence do the work. Silence is not emptiness, it is tension, and tension is captivating. When you speak with precision, your words carry weight. They land more deeply. They create emotional resonance. Women lean in, not because you're entertaining them, but because you're grounded enough not to rush. When she challenges you, stay calm. When she asks a difficult question, pause first. When she expects you to overshare, give only what is necessary. This shows control, confidence, and emotional intelligence. Most men destroy their presence by talking themselves into weakness. You strengthen your presence by speaking only when needed. This unpredictability creates curiosity. Curiosity creates attraction. Use words to clarify, not to impress, to guide the moment, not to dominate it, to reveal intention, not insecurity. The less a woman can predict what you will say, the more she feels drawn to understand you. Your voice becomes a tool of influence not because you say much, but because you say only what matters. -5. Master the power of presence. Presence is the purest form of masculine authority. It cannot be faked. It cannot be memorized. It comes from embodying everything you are: your breath, posture, stillness, self-trust, and internal alignment. Most men enter a room hoping to be noticed. A powerful man enters a room and lets the room notice him naturally. Presence is communicated without words. Slow movements, unrushed breathing, calm eyes, relaxed posture, stillness in moments of tension. Women feel presence physically before they interpret it mentally. Their pulse shifts, their attention sharpens, their guard softens. This reaction is ancient, rooted in biology, psychology, and emotional safety. To build presence, you must remove the behaviors that signal insecurity: fidgeting, fast talking, looking around the room for validation, overreacting to small changes, trying too hard to be liked. Presence is built through conscious movement. Walk slower, hold eye contact a moment longer. Pause before you speak. Allow silence to exist. Keep your shoulders open and your breath deep. Attention naturally gravitates to the calmest person in the environment. When you embody this calmness, you no longer chase attraction, you attract without effort. Presence is the silent language of dominance, and once you master it, you don't need to ask who you are to others because people will feel it before you speak.